gavana amesema, nimekuja na nimewaeleza swala nyeti, na wao wenyewe wakatoa maoni yao, viongozi hawa wote wakasema shida iko hapa kiuchumi, wananchi wanaumia, hali ya maisha, gharama ya maisha imepanda, ushuru iko juu, kupani matibabu, hii mambo ya SHA bado haijafanya kazi sawa sawa, wako na shida. Kwa upande mwingine pande ya ugatuzi, shida hii ni kwamba pesa haiji ya kutosha hapa chini ya kufanya kazi sawa sawa. Vile vile wamesema ati mambo ya miundo msingi vile vile haendeshi sawa sawa. Mambo ya hii ujenzi ya masoko, hata hii affordable housing vile vile kuna changamoto. Kwa hivyo yale yote wanataka waone kama vile inavyofanyika. Lakini muhimu zaidi wamesema wanataka chama chetu cha ODM imarishwe, na ODM iwe na nguvu kuendelea mbele, ili wakielekea hata katika uchaguzi ambayo unakuja. Kwa hivyo wameongea mambo mengi, lakini kwa jumla wameniambia mimi ati nipatie ruhusa niendelee mbele. Kwa hivyo hakuna tofauti na yale ambayo nimesema.
Alright guys, I've started my video with a short video of Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga demanding an implementation of the Nadco report that was tabled in Parliament before he signs any agreement with the president. A very warm welcome guys to my channel this afternoon, and if it is your first time on my channel, could you kindly just spare a moment of your time and hit that subscription button and put on a notification bell as well, so that when I do subsequent videos you'll not miss out. So apparently Raila Amolo Odinga is demanding a full implementation of the Nadco report before he gets into a working arrangement with the President William Samoei Ruto. Raila Odinga yesterday gave that statement that I've given you a short, or I've shown you a short video clip regarding the process, and he said that he's not going to append his signature in a working cooperation with the president unless the president honors the Nadco report. Nadco report, I'm going to give you just a summary of what it entails, and we also want to see what does this mean for the office of Musalia Mudavadi, because it seems if the report is going to be fully implemented, then Musalia Mudavadi will be on his way out of the cabinet, because apparently his office was featured in the Nadco report. Well, I will just give you a small summary of the Nadco report and the key points, nuggets in the report that Raila Amolo Odinga wanted the report to implement. One of it was the audit of the 2022 electoral process. The Nadco report demanded that there be a thorough audit of the servers because Raila Amolo Odinga and his team had gone to the court to demand an audit of the servers, and apparently the court did not give full access to the servers. And in a push and pull move during that season, President William Samoei Ruto said that the election is done and dusted, and Raila Odinga had no chance about accessing the servers because there is a president in place, the constitution is in place, and the government is running. Also, another thing the Nadco report was restructuring and reconstitution of the IEBC. The Nadco has recommended the establishment of an expanded selection panel from the current 7-member to a 9-member selection panel. The 7-member selection panel was selected by President William Samoei Ruto on February 3rd. That's part of the report that part of the issue that was in Nadco report, so to speak. Also, the Nadco report, another point was time for resolution of presidential election petition. The committee recommended that the increase of timelines within which the Supreme Court shall hear and determine a petition challenging the validity of presidential election from 14 to 21. These guys argued that a 14 days period is not enough for the Supreme Court or the judges to go through all the evidence that are normally tabled before them for election nullification or perhaps the election redress or something of that nature. Also, the Nadco report had demanded electoral legal reforms. Nadco had recommended that legal reforms passed less than 18 months to general election become effective in the next electoral cycle. And what took the Azimio wing of Raila Amolo and his team to the street during that season, during the demonstration, it was the high cost of living. And they demanded that in the report, both camps make proposals on key issues that were part and parcel of the talks, in which they disclosed failure to hit a deal amidst a deal on Azimio's major concerns on taxes, the Finance Act and Housing Levy. They did not agree because the president said that Kenya Kwanza, or the UDA party for that matter, had a manifesto in place, and the manifesto was to touch on the cost of living. How they are going to solve the cost of living was in their manifesto. Also, the Nadco report had something interesting: entrenching of funds into the constitution. In the report, the committee had recommended the entrenchment of NGCDF, the National Government Affirmative Action Fund, and the Senate Oversight Fund, all to be entrenched in the constitution. They wanted this to make sure that those institutions work independently and not at the mercy of executive. And also the Nadco report had recommended establishment and entrenchment of state offices. The committee recommended the establishment of the office of the leader of the official opposition. This is where the bone of contention is, because they say that the opposition leader should have an office, and that office should be entrenched in the constitution. They also say that the establishment of office of prime minister to be nominated and upon approval by National Assembly appointed by the president, meaning in the Nadco reports there is a seat for the prime cabinet secretary, or for that matter prime minister, and he's going to be appointed by the president. And that's a bone of contention, because that seat in the current setup is the seat that is currently occupied by Musalia Mudavadi. So when Raila Amolo Odinga demands full implementation, it sends a lot of jitters to Musalia Mudavadi, because it seems his seat is at risk, and any time from now perhaps he's going to be taught to vacate, because in Kenya it's all about politics that around mathematics. I don't know your thoughts about this. I'll not highlight all of the Nadco reports recommendation because there are so many, but apparently let's focus on those three, because if Raila Amolo Odinga's demand, or if the government caves in and accepts Raila Amolo Odinga's demand, then again it's going to bring a friction in the government, because Mudavadi and Wetangula are going to cry foul. They are going to say that their seats are being targeted. I don't know your thoughts, guys, this afternoon. Perhaps you have contrary opinion, or perhaps you're seeing something with the third eye that I may not be seeing. Kindly drop a comment below. I would love to read and share your sentiments as well. And if it is your first time on my channel, could you kindly just spare a moment of your time and hit that subscription button and put on a notification bell, so that when I do subsequent videos, you'll not miss out. Thank you for watching. Adios.